The Knicks ready to enjoy that one-of-a-kind New York home court advantage. Coming into the building earlier tonight. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On our sideline, David Aldridge. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
And you look at White, he's gotten his share of votes, but there are still a lot of players in front of him.
And it's just been tough in the East this year. Kevin, so many guys are having huge seasons. Even getting near the top 10 is impressive.
And with the starting rosters locked in, be sure to tune in for the NBA All-Star Game. And now the opening lineup for Boston. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. Holiday out there with Brown. And it's Hauser in at the 3 spot. And for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Bridges. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Hart in at the 3. And a pair of major players in the Eastern Conference standing stand.
Yeah, Kevin, this could be a potential playoff matchup. So this is a big test to see how these teams match up against each other, not just in terms of personnel, but in terms of their style and their schemes.
Now, here's Bridges. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Bridges dishes to Towns. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Porzingis. Stan, you talked about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
And he can't hit the second.
The #1 pick in the 2015 NBA draft, Towns continues to prove why he's a top big man in this league.
Now, here's Tatum. Boy, was he something else against Dallas. Over Hart. Rebounded by Hart. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the Knicks. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Give a lot of credit to this coaching staff for preparing them for that kind of environment. They went in and just executed their game plan.
Boston with the ball, following the score by New York. Brown feeling out a bit. 5 to shoot. There's Porzingis. Pass to Holiday. Over Brunson. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Yeah, and as his career has progressed, Holiday has gotten more comfortable in those catch-and-shoot situations.
Anunoby outside. Now Towns. Guarded by Porzingis. Tatum passes to Brown. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
To the inside. And there's Bridges on the assist from Brunson.
And the inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
And Holiday kicks to Brown. Back to Holiday. Outside Tatum. Shoots over Brunson. Tatum gets the bucket.
And he's got such a smooth release on that jump shot. You can feel that it's just coming naturally to him.
Now here's Brunson. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto. Anunoby outside. Pass to Hart. From deep three-point land. And Boston with the rebound. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And boy, did that game nearly get away from them, but they were a little bit fortunate to have survived at the end of regulation.
Yeah, they needed some extra time to get it done, but at the end of the day, a win's a win.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. Yeah, that was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jalen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks, guys. The Knicks went all in this summer, trading with their rivals, the Brooklyn Nets, for Mikal Bridges, and reuniting a core that won collegiate championships together. They hope to replicate that success at this level, and now with perhaps the league's top defensive wing tandem, they'll have a chance.
A big-time move for sure. And, Shams, we appreciate the report. And here's Holiday after Mikal Bridges hitting the 3. Hauser hits the three-point bomb.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Bridges misses.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Here's Brown. Rebounded by Hart. And it's Brown missing. New York trailing.
Change inside. Brunson going right into the coverage to get the call.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Now here we are, Greg, in the second half of the season. What do you think playoff-bound teams are focusing on right now?
I would say just making sure they keep the momentum heading into the postseason, as well as do everything possible to try to stay healthy.
Well, we can't get anything to go right now. It's time to look at affecting the game in other ways.
Towns the screen. Hart the pass to Anunoby. 6 on the shot clock. For 3. Great D that time from Tatum.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Busted. No good that time either.
And the great shooters know when they got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The shot's good from Brunson.
Just a reflexive move by Brunson, putting complete trust in his mechanics.
Holiday, the pass to Hauser. Now Brown. Tatum setting the pick for Brown. And it's off from three-point range.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Tatum gets to Holiday. Tatum against Anunoby. Pass to Hauser. Back to Tatum. Shoots over Anunoby. Good D by Anunoby.
Yeah, and they're fighting to get back in this one, but unfortunately, he just keeps coming up empty.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. Now Porzingis. After Mikal Bridges missing on that last three-pointer. Tatum with it. Now guarded by Towns. Instead, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Luke Kornet comes in for Porzingis, and it's Pritchard in for Drew Holiday.
Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and on the glass.
Celtics trail by 4.
Knicks lead 16-11.
Pass to Brown. Bridges with the steal. Here's Brunson. Outside, Towns. His three-pointers off the mark. Boston's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And here's Brown. 26 points for him last game against Dallas.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Here's Brunson following the three-pointer by Boston. And he's going to get whistled for that foul. Gee, that was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Miles McBride's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And the Celtics also making a change. Walsh is checked in. Now, here's Anunoby. Still scoreless. Pass to McBride. New York needs to get off a shot. New York, no good that time either. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. They trail by 1. Here's Pritchard. The 3. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Anunoby. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him to look
14.
Here's Pritchard. He had a big outing in that Mavericks game as well. Here's Hauser. A shot goes down and gets his game back to even. Hauser's got his second bucket tonight.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Towns. He definitely had a good game in their win against the Raptors. Fast break, here we go. The kick out to Tatum. To the wing right side. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Cornette. Bridges with the steal. Towns from deep three-point range. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
Knicks lead 20-17.
Here's Pritchard. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Here's Walsh. Towns with the steal.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Tatum against Anunoby. McBride passes to Hart. Right side Towns. It's hauled in by Cornette. Celtics trail by 3. This ball movement by Boston. Pritchard passes to Hauser. Tatum against Anunoby. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team. And it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
And he makes both free throws.
And looking at Tatum's game, you know, he really doesn't have a weakness. He can give it to you in a variety of ways.
Now here's Brunson. 7 points in the game. And there's the foul. John Jalen Brunson. And it's his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Here's Pritchard. 1:14 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Tatum. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting like that, he has been putrid here in this quarter. That's a picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. They're being way too loose with the ball.
Boston trailing.
Hey, go,
56 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Hauser. He has 6. Here's Pritchard. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Knicks have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. McBride with the ball. Nothing on the board. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Out to the wing. Pass to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hauser. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Hauser's got 9 points. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Celtics out in front, leading by just 2. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And another thing, Coach will be thrilled with the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. Trailing by 2, they've got Jalen Brunson. Achua is out there with Robinson. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Dadier in at the 3 slot. There the group New York will start the second one. Now, here's Achua. Count that one. Achua's got a little time up now for the Knicks.
Can't be that easy for him. Gotta block him up. Down low.
Yeah, they can't let him even get into that space. If he gets good position on the block, it's trouble.
Here's Shireman. Brown wide open. He fires. Traps in the tray. Brown's got the lead up to 3 now for Boston.
Well, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Brunson outside. Jacks up a 3. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Boston's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Right on the bucket.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice.
The Celtics shoot their 7th free throw attempt here.
Jaylen Brown.
In the league, giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
So it's the Celtics now. Jalen Brunson missing his last shot. Shireman, good.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Here's Brunson. And just miss after miss right now. Boston leading by 8. Pass to Walsh. It's Brown on the wing. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Shots good by Achua. Achua's got 5. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Shireman. Just 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound. Cornet. And he can't jam it through. Brunson, left side. Down low. Here's Robinson. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Here's Walsh. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Well, Coach, Boston has been so close to that 18th NBA championship banner, finally able to win the title last season.
Yeah, they've been to the conference finals 6 times in the last 8 years. Lost in the 2022 finals. They got over the top with 2 additions. Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. Those guys really out. Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Dan, as you know, in past years, Peter Pritchard had always wanted a starting role. Now, more opportunity, and he has responded.
Yeah, Kevin, he's very competitive and certainly deserving of rotation minutes. He is just now entering his prime.
Catching up on the changes for New York. OG Anunoby comes in for Miles McBride. And it's Bridges in for Landry Shamet. Now, here's Anunoby. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Achua, no good. Boston leading by 6. Tatum passes to Pritchard. Tatum kicks to Howard. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Inside. New York moving the ball around. Brunson surveying the D. There's a screen by Achua. Dunk by Achua.
Oh, that's a nice read from Brunson out of the pick and roll.
Celtics lead, 33.
Celtics have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. That's to Porzingis. Robinson with the block. And we'll get another chance. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
The 3 from Porzingis. It's hauled in by Achua. Achua's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Back to Anunoby. Robinson sets a screen for Anunoby. Bridges outside. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Bridges got 8 points.
And from long range, Bridges getting more and more comfortable taking and making his share of threes.
Porzingis with a screen on Brunson. Pritchard passes to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, here's Bridges. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Raptors in Toronto.
Look, he kept finding ways to get to the free throw line. He knew the other team couldn't stop him, so he just continued to punish them at the line.
Holiday, after Mikal Bridges missing on that last three-pointer. That's to Holiday. Tatum setting the pick for Holiday. Knocks down the 3-ball. Now it's a 6-point Celtic lead.
Holiday finds ways to score inside and from beyond the arc.
Tatum against Brunson. Up top, Achua. That falls. Nice beat that time from Brunson. Brunson's got assist number 5 here tonight. Celtics leading by 4. Now here is Holiday. He has 5. Porzingis kicks to Tatum. Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. The Knicks have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. They get it back. 2 points. That one goes. Achua's got 13 points in just this quarter.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter has been all about him and his offense.
A wide open look here for Porzingis. Wide open shot is on the money. Porzingis has got his second basket of the night. Knicks trail by 4. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Hey fans, we want to get loud. And we've got the perfect team to help. Your Knicks 7th squad. Attention fans. Now on the court is your Light Squad. Get loud and let them hear it. Who wants a t-shirt? Get on your feet.
Anthony Towns checked in from New York. Josh Hart comes in for Achua. Hart the pass to Brunson. Looking for Bridges. He gets it there. Got that one up. Bridges got 10.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pritchard passes to Brown. On the 3 off target. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the New York Knicks. Trailing by 2. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
And he gets the bucket.
He's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Outside, Towns. Rebound, Boston.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. Here's Pritchard. OG Anunoby making his last shot. Pass to Brown. Clock at 6. Fires top of the key. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And we have an intentional foul there,
That's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Porzingis is checked in for Luke Cornett. And it's Holiday in for Pritchard. Now, here's Hart. He has yet to score. The 3. McBride's shot is off.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Knicks on defense, trailing by 2. Now Bridges, he's got 10. Pass to Towns. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Got a piece of it, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anunoby. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Kristaps Porzingis.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
The Knicks shooting the ball at a 43% rate here in the second. Anunoby outside. Back to McBride. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Tom. That's the 3 fly. And McBride gets it to go. McBride's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's Holiday. He's got 5. Brown outside. Top of the key, Porzingis. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Porzingis has got 6.
Well, hey, you set Porzingis up, and he'll knock him down. Terrific off the catch.
Bridges kicks to Anunoby. Stolen by Tatum. The Celtics working the ball around now. It's Brown on the wing. It's rebounded by Anunoby. New York trailing. Right wing. Here's McBride. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Boston's got the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Holiday against Bridges. 5 on the clock. Here's Tatum. Oh, what strength and power from Tatum.
Yeah, there's that added strength of Tatum really helping him down low.
Here's McBride, guarded by Howard. To the middle. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down to a single point.
I mean, the number of points they scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to talk to his guys.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play, get some points, and give this team some confidence.
And you show up your best move. Let's go! Let's hear it for all the athletes. Coming onto the floor for your New York Knicks, number 1, Cameron Payne.
17 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Holiday dishes to Tatum. Out to the right wing. From outside the arc. And the basket by Hauser. Hauser's got 12.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his... is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Celtics lead by 4. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Joined by Coach Thibodeau. Coach, any areas to clean up in the second half?
They're missing some shots, but the thing I don't like is we're giving up the second shot. So the rebounding is something we got to get corrected.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Appreciate it. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out. And what about you guys? Did you like to look ahead on the schedule, or did you take the one game at a time approach?
Well, I know Shaq liked to look ahead. He had to have his dinner reservations planned out way in advance.
Hey, eating well on the road is important.
Now moving on to the Boston Celtics and the close first half they played.
Their approach has been pretty straightforward. Attack, draw fouls, and you can see their enthusiasm. They're pumped up there, Ernie.
Yeah, playing with a high level of activity here. Let's see if they can maintain that, though. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Knicks trail by 4. On the floor for Boston, the post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. Jaylen Brown out there with Holiday, and it's Hauser in at the 3, the small forward. Brunson outside. 4 on the clock. The kick out to Anunoby. Offline with his 3. Boston leading by 4. One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Pass to Towns. With the block.
And now quick review at the numbers for Holiday. He's putting up 13 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. But that's just part of the picture. His defensive presence goes beyond the stat sheet.
Yeah, his true impact on the defensive end cannot be measured by stats.
Now here's Brown. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. To Porzingis. On the wing, Holiday. Well, good with the triple. Knicks trail by 4. Brunson outside. Over Holiday. Sweet move. Nice. Brunson working inside.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
To Hauser. Tatum wide open, he fires one. Offensive rebound. Brown kicks to Porzingis. And here is Tatum. And so Boston again turning it over. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Brunson the pass to Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Anunoby outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got his 7th assist in the game. And here's Holiday who will bring it up for Boston. And this game is done. They'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Hauser. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
3-point
Hauser's got 15.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Towns in the corner. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Holiday gets the bucket.
I think Holiday knew there'd be some contact here, so he was ready to outwork it.
Brunson against Holiday. And it's Brunson missing.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Porzingis high post. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Tatum draws the double to the paint. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 4 assists in the game.
And look, Brown is good at capitalizing inside, which is why the defense has to push him further away.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Space to beyond the arc right now. The best long-range shooting guards in the past 10 games. Second, Drew Holiday.
You don't have to be a great shooter to play two guard, but it does help. And pretty much all of these guys fit into that great category.
Yeah, you have to space the floor to score in the half court. Every one of these guys forces the defense to extend.
Porzingis with a screen on Brunson. Over in the corner, Brown. Here's Hart. An easy 2 points on the layup. Hart's got his first basket of the night.
Not a ball stopper on the wing, with the help.
Brown outside. Out to Holiday. This ball movement by Boston. Porzingis with a screen on Anunoby. The 3 from Tatum. And he's good on the 3 ball. Tatum's got 11 points. You know, Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot. As you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now, who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you know?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort, because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
Towns against Porzingis. Towns kicks to Brunson. Over Holiday. And it's Brunson missing.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Bridges with the steal. And a fast break now for New York. And Anunoby slams it in.
Selfish play for Bridges, continuing to grow as a leader with plays like that.
Holiday the pass to Tatum. Pass to Hauser. Tatum down low. He's guarded by Anunoby. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one goes on Anunoby. And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Celtics.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
And, you know, another thing that's really been working for them tonight is the mid-range. They're having no problem finding shots in that area.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call a timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
His last 10 games have been exceptional, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding, just a powerful presence in the paint.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. Outside Tatum. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Well, over the years, we've seen Tatum become increasingly comfortable playing through contact.
He shot 5 of 6 at the foul line. one falls for Tatum. Knicks trail by 9. Pass to Achua. Bridges with it. Brunson outside. Shot clock at 5. Tries it from 19. The kick out to Towns. Here's Brunson. A second chance effort. And oh boy, a lot of... Contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Jason Tatum.
And there is a lot to like.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
The play is
I think when it comes to difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast.
The previous play is under review.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this.
The ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And you know, even if the coach still feels this is not the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. You're double checking and the game continues on.
One falls for Brunson.
In one area where Brunson's improved is in the clutch. He's a monster in crunch time. Nice to have a player you can depend on in those key situations.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Pritchard. Outside Tatum. Brown outside. Celtics need to get a shot off. Tatum, that's for 2. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. On the wing, Anunoby. He's got 9. And here's the break. Nice ball movement by Boston. Porzingis can't hit. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for New York. 7-point differential. No good. Here's Boston now. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Hauser. Bridges with the steal. Now Achua. 3-pointer. Rebounded by the Celtics. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to help. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
And that one's good, Tatum.
Well, you know, there's still some value in the mid-range jumper, especially with Jason Tatum taking the shot.
Second team.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Miles McBride's checked in for Anunoby, and it's Payne in for Jalen Brunson. Payne kicks to Bridges. Inside, here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Well, Towns gives you some interesting options in the two-man game. He can both pick and roll and pick and pop.
Pritchard passes to Brown. Brown jams it in.
Yeah, we know Brown loves some aerial theatrics, and he really went all out there.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Payne. Billiak to score. No one covered.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that.
Pass to Hauser. Here's Walsh. Down low. Brown. And the shot goes down. Brown's got 6 in the quarter.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
The trade. McBride's shot is off. Celtics leading by 8.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Pass to Richards. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Bridges driving the lane. He scores a 6th bucket for the floor with that one. He shot the ball 11 times.
69.
And sometimes you just get a step on the defender. Bridges saw an opening there and exploited it.
Here's Pritchard. Payne covering. And there's a whistle. It goes on Mikal Bridges. That's foul number 2 for him. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Bridges.
New York Knicks, number 23, Mitchell Robinson.
1:27 left in the third. To the inside. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Robinson dishes to Payne. McBride finds Towns. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Here's Pritchard. Lets it go from deep. A shot off that time.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Towns, the pass to Robinson. Now here's Payne. Pass to Towns. Wants to get it to Robinson, and does. Here's McBride. He's covered by Brown. Beyond the arc. McBride's shot is off.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Upside Brown. No good with the layup. And we've reached the end of the third. Celtics out in front, up by 6. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th quarter. Stay with us. And now we take a listen to the recent huddle from Tom Thibodeau.
Offensively, you got to do a better job. You got to shut the paint down. You got to challenge shots, and you got to finish.
You know, Gia, he's always preaching constant defense, defense, defense.
And it's his area of expertise, and obviously he takes it very seriously.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Miles McBride. Robinson is out there with Precious Achiuwa. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Kolek in at the shooting guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. And the 3 ball is good. Shireman's got the lead up to 9 now for the Celtics.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Here's Kolek to the right side. For the 3. Count that as his 7th field goal now dropped. Shooting 78%. Here's Pritchard.
Celtics lead.
For Brunson.
68.
A shot by Pritchard, no good.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been
Celtics leading by 4.
70.
Here's Pritchard. Puts up a deep three. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
This is certainly not the game he was hoping for offensively, but they've been able to find points as a team even without his contributions.
And the Knicks making a change here. Haynes checked in. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Outside Tatum. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's his 4th. Getting into the danger area now. He's going to have to be a little more cautious down the stretch.
Pass to Shireman. Here's Walsh. Back to Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. Robinson knocks it away. Now here's Payne. Tight defense on him. Here's Achua. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got his 8th assist here tonight. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we reached the... Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Pass to Pritchard. Shot clock at 5. Here's Shireman all alone. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his 5th foul. A different look for New York. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Mitchell Robinson. And it's Bridges in for Jalen Brunson. Pritchard passes to Tatum. And the rejection by Towns.
And that's outstanding defense and timing by Towns. Good to see him making an impact on this end.
Pass to Achua. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. Bridges shot good.
And for the night, Bridges is cooking with grease and showing no signs of slowing down.
77-76.
Here's Pritchard. In the corner. Tatum with it. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Achua. Tatum's shot is off.
Big margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
And the timeout by Tom Thibodeau. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here.
Get ready to dance like everyone's watching.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. Now, they preached the little things in the huddle. They asked their team to battle on those 50-50 balls. 1 extra possession could be all the difference. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Well, you know, usually you want to foul a 7-footer, but not Towns. He's excellent at the line.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be.
Now the Knicks with it. They've got a 13-2 run going. Out to Bridges. Nice D from Porzingis.
But credit the defense there. Bothered him enough that he couldn't get it to go down.
call on the shot that sends him to the line. And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Jrue Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pros pro.
Both free throws good from Holiday.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Pass to Achua. Now here's Towns. Goodbye, Porzingis. Goes down low. He's against Porzingis. Towns, no luck. Outside Holiday. Outside Tatum.
Yeah, from the moment he entered the league, Tatum's shown so many. A polished offensive force.
First free throw is good. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Boston. And so Tatum nails them both. The Knicks have gone 5 of 8 shooting as they've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Towns kicks to Achua. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And you can tolerate that. Like that sometimes, but in a close game,
Anunoby, he's checked in for the Knicks.
OG Anunoby.
The Celtics with the lead. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. Good. It's Tatum picking up the assist.
Assisted by
18 points for Jaylen Brown.
and very early on, Brown learned how to finish through contact, an essential skill for an NBA player to master.
Achua, the pass to Towns. Payne kicks to Anunoby. Find the shoot. Towns wide open. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another three to fall.
Here's Tatum. Outside Porzingis. Brown outside. Pass to Pritchard. Kick out to Brown. Out left to the wing. Here's Walsh. It's tipped. Now, here's Anunoby. To the middle. Achua, the pass to Bridges. New York moving the ball around. Achua finds Anunoby. Can they get it? 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Third personal foul. Fourth team foul. OG Anunoby. At the line, 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one for the Knicks. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Achua. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Payne. The Celtics also with a sub. Hauser's checked in. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Brown outside. Pass to Pritchard. And the rejection by Towns.
And great reach and determination from the big fella. This is why Towns gets so many blocks.
Now, Anunoby. Towns with it. Goodbye, Porzingis. Now, Hart to take the lead. Here's Anunoby. It's deflected, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Here's Pritchard. Brunson covering. Pass to Pritchard. And it's blocked by Brunson. To tie it up. Brunson. Finish inside.
That's an excellent bucket there. Not an easy one. It took some creativity.
Round the pass to Walsh. Out to the right wing. Porzingis with a screen on Brunson. Stolen by Brunson. To take the lead. That one off the back iron and out. Boston shooting not great, 40% for the game. Here's Walsh. Pass to Brown. Bridges with some nice defense. The Knicks have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity.
OG Anunoby at the line.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Jason Tatum is checked in for Boston. Holiday comes in for Pritchard. On defense, the Celtics. Hart kicks to Anunoby. Brunson outside. Off target with his three. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Back to Holiday. They could use a bucket. Pass to Hauser. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. And he lives for the moment. Wants it playing his best.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And Holiday, here we go. Banked in off the glass. Holiday's got 4 points this quarter.
Huge bucket by Holiday there. His team really needed that one.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Finds Anunoby. Brunson outside. The 19-foot shot. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here goes Tatum. That gives them the lead. 23 points for Jason Tatum.
Hey, you need some points? Tatum is your guy.
Brunson with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. And it's Brunson missing. So Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. They lead by 1. Stolen by Brunson. So fast in transition. Brunson gets it in there.
Uses his hands active. Brunson able to knock it away and convert. How about the effort?
To Hauser. Porzingis against time. Here's Hauser. It's rebounded by New York. Clark's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Bridges outside. And here's Brunson outside. Drills it from outside. Now it's a 4-point Knicks lead.
And Brunson more than comfortable shooting the three. And boy, is he efficient when he lets it fly.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page.
Let's give it up for your Knicks record dance crew.
Here's Brown. 119 left to play in the final quarter. Mr. Porzingis. Snap ball, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one is on time.
Huge points from Porzingis. With his massive size, I like going to him. Well, that's what you expect from him in this situation.
New York's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. In the pass to Anunoby. No good on the triple. Boston trail. Pass to Brown. Back to Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Anunoby.
Oh, there's a high percentage look for Tatum. The defense did what it could.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
2 shots.
And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
Well, no doubt about those free throws coming up big in the clutch.
Brunson against Howard. Brunson kicks to Anunoby. Off target from outside.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easy.
And here's Holiday. Pass to Hauser. Back to Holiday. Pocket 6. Now Porzingis. Towns with the defensive effort. And the timeout call here by Tom Thibodeau. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
Second substitution. Number 27, Jordan Walsh.
Anunoby outside. Thompson with it. Towns a screen on Howard. Here's Brunson. It's good! There's the game-winning shot!
Wow. Those are the moments you live for as a player. And as a coach, you're just thankful to come away with the win.
So a close game sees New York take this one. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finishes that continue to wait out to the very last moment to see it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Carl. Congrats on the win. How did you guys secure the victory in crunch time?
We fixed some mistakes we made in the first 3 quarters, and we just smothered them on defense. We tried to do everything we can to get them off the three-point line, trying to contest every shot. We just made it difficult.
And that led to a win for you. Congrats. Back to you guys.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So now, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Mikal Bridges.
Dabs. What's up, guys? No, I just finished the game. I lost by 1, sadly. Yeah. 92. Exactly, 92-91. Brunson scored the last buzzer beater. Yeah, exactly. Did you see the game on Twitch? Oh yeah, in the finals, yeah. Yeah, this injury was, yeah. Hey, hey guys, check out my website if you have some time. 2K Celtics, XYZ. This is my website. I made it. Yeah. Exactly.